Now then, let's just take a much closer look at the optional waterproof foot cover on these Minim sleeping bags that we're offering in the sale. The waterproof foot cover is actually made out of Dry-L-X, a fully waterproof fabric, and it's taped on the seams around the construction area. So with the waterproof foot cover, we've created a layer of waterproof fabric to protect the bottom of the down sleeping bag. Now, why have we done that? The reason is because in damp conditions, if you've got seriously damp condensation problems in a small tent particularly, it can cause trouble for a sleeping bag. One of the ways to deal with that is to use a bivy bag, but they're often damp inside, aren't they? Or to have a sleeping bag made with a fully waterproof shell over the top of it. We offer that for all our sleeping bags. You can have the bag fully proofed by making a taped waterproof shell out of Dry-L-X. But a light way to deal with just the key problem of dampness in the foot area is just to have a waterproof foot cover stitched onto the bag. In this case here, it's a short cover to the base of the sleeping bag. Now, the reason it's just covering the foot is because normally when you pitch a tent, you try to pitch the tent with your head slightly above your feet, and so that when you're asleep at night, your head is slightly higher than the foot end of your sleeping bag. And one of the problems with that is it tends to mean that during the night, during your sleep, you can slightly slide down to the base of the tent, and when you wake up, you find that your sleeping bag and your feet are pushing against the wall, the bottom end of the tent. And that is the reason why quite often people talk about getting, after several nights camping, the down at the bottom of a sleeping bag gets wet. Now, the lightweight way to deal with that is to put a waterproof foot cover just at the end of the sleeping bag, and it protects any condensation dampening the sleeping bag and hence getting across to the down. So a fully taped lightweight cover on the end of the sleeping bag is a good idea. It's very, very lightweight just to protect that most vulnerable part of the bag. So that is an optional extra, and it's permanently, if you select that option, then we'll create a taped waterproof cover to the end of the sleeping bag, and it's stitched into the bag so it's permanently attached. All right, cheers.